Thane Ordlock of Osserley convinced Reeve Frithhild to put an end to the White Hand's invasion once and for all by leading an assault against their camp at Barth Doram.
Well, I'm sure that this is going to go well. Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. And today, we are going to conduct an assault against Barth Doram with just the four of us, because we know that you send out the leaders without any support is the best way in which to invade a camp. Who would have ever thought? In any case, we have with us Zane Freethield, or I should say Reeve Freethield, with Zane Ordlock, who I'm sure has some sinister plot, and Dutzig, who I'm sure is planning to kill the Reeve. We'll see how it really goes.
What brings you to these lands?
So, we have come to it, Pineleaf. The enemy is great, but they shall soon know the courage and strength of the Rittermark. Yon gate is guarded by a great troll. We will need to slay the beast ere we can enter the encampment. Well, there is that. I can see this going well. Onward for the acres! Oh, it's going to ache all right. Oh. Hey, no silencing me. Oh. Oh, I have to keep all three of them alive? Oh, I was hoping I'd have a chance to kill Ordlock or something like that. Okay, Dutzig is probably the one more obviously that's in need of... oh, it's only a signature! Oh. I was Oh. Oh, boy. Ordlock almost got killed. That would have been such a shame. Alright. There you go. And now for you. And for you. Oh. And there for you. We have defeated the gate guard and its minions. This, of course, mission, if you didn't catch the sarcasm, has a bad idea all written on it. Just saying. Let us send out. This is like the old thing about Captain Kirk beaming down to a planet. Actually, where you would send the most senior officers of the Enterprise all going down to the party. And of course, along with Ensign Smith, who, of course, is the one who does actually die. But that's another matter there. Defeated Mabai and his minions. Alright. Good. Now, let's see what nastiness is in store for here. And now, Ushatar. Now, here's this question, because I would think that the reason for this is, of course, they're expecting the Reeve to die. Though, of course, I could, in theory, say that maybe it isn't the Reeve that they're intending to kill here. Maybe it's me they're intending to kill here. I mean, after all, I have been a thorn in their side. Well, I'm assuming that Dutzig is completely treacherous, but that's always just been an assumption ever since he started his way of talking. Your army is routed, monster! Now you shall see the vengeance of Freethield, Shield-Maiden, and Rohan. Do you truly believe you have come this far to your own ability? You blindly fall into a trap set for you! Farewell, Shield-Maiden of Rohan! Yeah, I had a feeling of that. Of course it's such a... See, now you and your friends shall fall. Ouch! It's a trap! Oh, I was assuming that the entire intent was for... Oh. Was for Freethield to die? Of course. The intent was for both of us to get killed. Right. Oopsie daisy. There you go. Not that that was like do much, because I think that is the inspire friends thing, which is very hard to work when you have no friends left. Now, alright, but he's not gonna last much longer. There you go. So much for that. I think the Uruk spoke truly. Hark! I hear the steps of many orc boots. It appears that we left just in time.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
The battle was well fought, and the foe felt our wrath. Yet I'm still not convinced of our victory. I'm troubled, Pineleaf. Yes, quite troubled. Based on that little unsubtle message we just received, I think something nasty's about to happen. What do you say, Ordlock?
Hail, friend. May I have a moment of your time?
The Reeve does not seem encouraged by our success. However, I know exactly what she needs to raise her spirits. I'm going to suggest a feast in celebration of our victory. What do you think? Perhaps she would listen if you were to broach the subject. You want me to suggest a feast? Really? Really? Now, how's that supposed to kill the Reeve? What are you going to do? Is put a chicken bone in her meat or something?
Our mission is dire.
A feast? Pineleaf, I'm not certain that we have a cause to celebrate, for I am not certain that we truly succeeded in our venture. Well? Will you join us for the feast, though? All right. You should be our honored guest. All right, let's go and join this feast, and let's keep her away from chicken bones.
Despite Reeve Frithil's misgivings with the victory at Barth Doram, Thane Ordlock has prompted her to hold a celebration feast.
Well, then, let's see how this great celebration feast goes. Here we have the Thane, or I should say the Reeve. We have her heir right there. All right, good. And everybody here in for the celebration. I presume the Thane and his... there's Ordlock right there. And I presume Dudesig is somewhere around.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Hello, Pineleaf. I am pleased that you were able to join us for the feast. While I remain uneasy about the outcome, I find that I am able to, for the moment, put aside my worries. You and Ordlock have the gratitude of this respite. Please join us for the festivities. All right. Let's observe the festivities. We're wasting time. Reeve Frithil should not be sitting in the hall, drinking and leading the street. Reeve Frithil is a wise woman and believes that she must... Perhaps the Thane is known for celebration amid ruin. May I have your attention, friends? We are here to enjoy the feast in peace. I ask that you raise your mug in her honor. All right. What? They put a chicken bone in her wine? Oh! Should have thought of poison.
Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
Go fetch some water from the table over there so I have time to make sure that she's dead. Okay, I added that last little bit there. Let's see. Where is some water? All right. Let's see. All right, no poison in the water, at least. But I'm sure there's plenty in the wine.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
Alas, it's too late. Frithil has gone from us. Frithbert is now Reeve of the Broadacres. Yeah, I'm sure you're you're saddened by that news. Take the children from here and summon someone to care of Frithil's body. Ah, yes, of course. Let's go. I think all doubts of Ordlock's treachery have been erased over here, but I think he's carrying an insult a little bit too far here. I mean, after all, Frithilde refused to take that center chair because she felt it was her husband's chair, and until her son comes of age, it should be unoccupied by any person. But here we are, Ordlock, who is technically the guardian for the Reeve, has taken upon himself to sit in the center chair. And of course, making sure that his Reeve is nowhere in the area. How's that for insult?
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
The Acres lost a great leader today, my friend. But we cannot allow grief to overwhelm us. We must show strength for the sake of the people of Stoke. However, the children must be given the opportunity to mourn for their mother. I have ordered that a funeral be held for Frithilde. Well, at least you're not going to
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
forget about that. Yes, Piney, my friend, a shadow of gloom has fallen over the people of Stoke, especially Frithil's children. We must rebuild their hope. What, so you could dash it again later? Yes. Will you join me at Frithil's house and honor her passing? It will mean much to the children, I'm sure. I'm sure it will, because it certainly isn't going to mean anything to you.
To appease the grief of Reeve Frithil's children, Thane Ordlock has chosen to hold a private and unsettlingly cheerful funeral for the late Reeve of the Broadacres.
They're putting the body right. It's not exactly what I would call lying in state, I would have to say. All right.
What brings you to these lands?
I'm glad you're able to join us, my friend. I'm sure that Frithilde will have wished it so. Let us begin. My friends, we are here to pay tribute to a great woman. Frithilde has passed from our fellowships, but do not view her passing with mourning. Rather, let us celebrate her valor and courage. And Pineleaf, will you bring me Frithilde's shield to lay upon her? All right, fine. I can do that. For her sake, not for your sake. All right. Here you go. Right. And now, though it's been hundreds of years since our womenfolk went to war, she is no less skilled in the art. She was a true shield of great strength against the evils of this time. Let us honor for this. Pineleaf. Yeah?
Our mission is dire.
Could you bring Frithil's sword and place it as well upon her in honor? Alright, I guess I can do that. There you go. I place upon her and say, though her allies fell around her, she stood strong against the great evil. Indeed, not only was she the shield of the Broadacres, but the sword of swift vengeance. Let us honor her for this. I beg your pardon, Thane, and no means offend to you, but these words are hollow and of no comfort. I take no offense, I assure you, but it is understandable that you grieve.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
My thanks to you for bringing honor to Frithilde. It means much to her children. However, before we adjourn, we must make one pronouncement, and you should be a witness to it. Oh? What is this? Before we adjourn, we must make known that Frithilde's last wishes. As Frithilde was not yet of age, and St. Tordag perished in Torsbury, I am regent of Broadacres and protector of Frithilde's children. Of this, Pineleaf was a witness to, as we're all present here. Yes, I guess the children were present. Now they're even sadder, I think. What? This abominable man is now in charge of us? Yak! And she's going, oh my.
My friend's papa never came home from the war.
Did our mother proclaim that Thane Ordlock is our regent? This is most horrible. Oh boy. Well, at least we're in agreement on that. I cannot say why, but Ordlock makes me uneasy. He always seems friendly and cheerful, but he makes light even of sad things. That boy's got wisdom beyond his years. Well, I guess he's being trained to be a reeve someday, so I suppose so. And what about you?
There is so much danger. I am afraid.
I'm a frightened Pineleaf. Thane Ordlock smiles very much, but I do not like his eyes. There is no kindness in his eyes. He looks at us strangely, and it frightens me. Well, if you think he's bad, you should look at Dudsig. Speaking of Dudsig, let's see. He's plotting which of the two children to kill first. That's what he's plotting.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Thane Ordlock has instructed me to keep the children in seclusion. I'm sure you understand that with their mother dead and Frithbert not yet old enough to assume his title, they are in danger. Yeah, from you. You never found the traitor of Ozerly, you know. Oh, yeah, I know exactly the traitor of Ozerly is you. Well, actually, I think there are two traitors of Ozerly. It's just, well, never mind. As much as I dislike you, you have proven a trusted friend of the Broadacres. However, even you will not be allowed to speak with the children again without Thane Ordlock's leave. Good day. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. Now, I believe you were dismissed. I must confess that in all my times of Lotro, I've never been tempted to do this. I must confess that I've always wondered the strange attraction people have in Lotro of doing this. I've been wondering why someone will go all the way through that trouble through the Spring Festival or through the Lotro store in order to be able to do this. But now, Thane Ordlock has brought me to that point. Yes. If anyone in Lotro deserves a fish slap, it is Thane Ordlock. Well, the children are in the chairs, though Frithbert is not in his proper one. Well, what do you say? How'd you like the cold fish?
Our mission is dire.
Do you think it was too soon for me to declare my regency? Well, I've paid 95 Lotro points for this, so I might as well get some mileage from it. The children seem distressed, surely. Yes? Surely they must understand that someone must lead the people until such time as Frithbert comes in age. Yes, I'm sure that is the case. I'm sure you have nothing but the good intentions of Stoke in your heart when you said this.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
I must confess that I do not have much experience with children. Well, seeing how that you haven't even gotten close enough to your wife in order to produce any, that makes sense. Young Frithbert seems to be bearing up fairly well, though I dare say he has taken to disliking me. However, there seems no end to his sister's tears. Would you speak with Frithbert and learn if there's something that might be done to comfort her? I simply do not think I can bear this weeping for another moment. Yes. Well, all right, I will see. Well, you know anything that could calm your sister down? Preferably if it doesn't make Osley happy.
There is so much danger.
Or
I am afraid.
Ordlac, I should say. Saint Ordlac only feigns concern. He cares not for me and my sister. Look how he's treated the helm of my honored father. Well, yes, it has been tossed upon the floor. He's bold to take the seat where my father's helm sat for as long as I can remember. I suppose that there is naught that I can do. Perhaps if you could bring Inyifu to the mead hall, she might comfort Ethild. She was told to remain at my mother's house. All right. I will speak with her. And I notice. Let's see. Tossed aside. Was he speaking literally or figuratively? I guess he was speaking figuratively. Or it's possible that he spoke literally and that someone has since picked up the helm. That's also another possibility. But in any case, we can see that the situation is not in the least lost upon him. It appears that the guard at Reeve Frithio's house have been replaced by soldiers from Ozerley. What has happened to Alfbert? And can we find the nursemaid? We have to find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.